Welcome to Mommy Issues, a podcast where an ex-reality TV star mom
and her reality TV loving daughter
bridge the gap between their generations through celeb news, all things Bravo,
and their own personal mommy issues. Hey.
Hi.
You're naked?
No, I'm wearing a tube top.
The one I got you.
Yes, the one you got me.
There you go.
The one you got me. Hi.
Hi.
We haven't done this in a week, but every time we miss a week, it always feels like 5 million years.
I know.
Here,
Lola awake? Do I have
Lola's
too much
awake.
white shit under my eyes?
No.
For sure.
Lola's awake. Lola's eating right here, so you might hear some babbling. Hi guys, welcome to the show.
Welcome to the show. Did you miss us?
If you are here, if you've followed us from Jeff Lewis Live, it's probably because you hate us and you want to hear what it's about. And if not, then welcome. We're happy to have you.
It's hate me, not hate us.
Yeah, why don't we jump into highs and lows, because I have a feeling that that's gonna be some of the highs and some of the mostly the lows.
Actually, it took a while to whatever. I mean, I didn't really understand, but so let's see, what are the highs?
Just FYI, if you don't know, my mom and I last week were on, is it called Jeff Lewis Live? I don't even listen to the show, so I don't even know what it's called. But whatever, we were on Jeff Lewis's podcast, and the response was not great. Not super great. But that's okay.
Well, let me just tell you, I've been on there once before. His listeners are super fickle. The last time I was on, I wasn't raunchy or inappropriate like this time. And they hated me then too. And if you go through all the other people that have been on, especially housewives, they hate former housewives or current housewives. They're just rough. And so what I learned from this, and I have not, like I've said before, really gotten a lot of negativity on social media throughout my public
time,
whatever.
On air.
Yeah, I haven't. I've gotten I do feel like I've been very lucky.
Yeah.
Because I haven't. And first of all, people really smart. I'm not calling anybody dumb. I'm just saying people who get humor. I am calling some of them.
Yeah,
dumb.
I was gonna say. I think you.
I mean, I am calling some of the. For me, it's always been important in friendships and in relationships that people have like a sense of humor. Like I remember the first time I went on, Jeff told me, "Hey, say whatever you want to me. I'm impossible to insult," and I have found that to be true with him. That is true of me. That is true of you.
Yeah, we
literally say anything
and everything.
So what happened was that I had wanted you to go on the show with me. I had told Shane that I was bringing you, but then when we got there, it looked like they weren't going to put you on.
Yeah, I was like sitting,
and they put Baby in the corner.
They put me in the corner, no mic, whatever. I was told that I was going to be on, but I was also told I was going to be on by you. You notoriously lie a lot.
I didn't. No, I know I didn't lie. No, I didn't lie to you. I just don't think that it was communicated to Jeff.
Right.
He didn't know. They don't care, but he just likes. He does it in a way that he likes to pay people to be on. He likes to do things a certain way, and I get it. So, but he didn't care once we got you on.
No,
but I wanted to find a way to include
me totally,
so that they would include you. And the second he saw that you were funny and clever and whatever, he would want you on, which he did. And he was crushing on you, like he was. You're really beautiful. You have beautiful teeth. You have this. You have that. I mean, really, he's like that when he thinks he likes pretty people.
Right.
So he really liked you, and but. I didn't think that isn't my daughter beautiful? Isn't she so smart? Isn't she so perfect? I have the best daughter in the world. Jesus, I do that a lot. But I didn't think that would be for him, because I know his audience and I know him, and all he does is mock people and criticize people and whatever. So I decided to go that way.
Yeah, you got
and I overshot.
You did.
I overshot.
So we've talked about this extensively because, right after my mom started going through the comments on Instagram, and
I was so affected.
I don't do that. And I think I don't do that because the last time you were on the show, you also got like attacked in the comments. So I think I was lucky enough to have like that experience from you to be like, okay, I'm not going to read any comments because I did it. It's done. You move on. You keep going with your life. The only reason why I did that was because we wanted to, get more people to follow us and like promote our podcast and shit. I don't give a fuck about Jeff Lewis. I don't give a fuck about anything. I'm
here's
just
the
trying
funniest
to
thing
like
about it.
promote.
Like I've said, Jeff is very cool, very generous. I really, appreciate him having me on because, he's promoted my brand. And despite the fact that everyone hated us, me in particular, they placed 117 skinny Latina orders. We're talking about 4 and 5 packs.
I think that's like
makes no sense. I got 1,200 new followers on Instagram.
But this is what I mean,
it's like,
I think this is a lesson for you, mommy. Like, that is the only reason why you should do anything. It's only ever to help your business, to promote your brand. It should never, ever be about like, what do people think about me? I feel like you have always like, that's been your message to me and Gothi forever. And then you don't take your own advice.
No,
you
I
need
care
to
about
take
what people think.
But sure, but not in the comment section of an Instagram post, because at the end of the day, there's only a couple hundred, couple hundred, maybe.
Yeah, and there were, by the way, and there were some that were good, and some people got so upset that they were bad that they messaged us privately.
Well, I had people messaging me privately being like, I can't believe your mom talks to you like that, you poor thing. And I was like, block. You don't know me. You don't know anything about our relationship. I love my mom. Get the hell out of my DMs. What are you doing? It's also like the people who feel the need to comment negatively on a post are like, are you okay? Like,
where do you
how
find
much
the time
do you have on your hands?
Where do you find the time? I wish I had time.
Hold on. But honestly, the biggest lesson is for you to understand that like those people don't matter. You got so many orders. We got like a couple followers on our Instagram, a couple subscribers, whatever, but not enough where it matters and not enough where it like should like bring you down. You know what I mean? Like no more comment section. I told you that you should disable the comments on
that week had already
Instagram.
Been that was just something
the icing on the
top
cake.
Of
I know.
Yeah, I had already had a week. Something like completely unexpected and whatever. Yeah. Obviously, I hate doing this to our listeners because I hate telling you stuff and then I can't tell you, but you'll know eventually. And honestly, it was a rough
week. It was a rough end.
It was it was Wednesday. It was horrible, and then on Friday, I thought, oh, this would just be fun and unhinged and whatever.
Which, by the way, it was.
And and it was like, by the way, never ever say anything about Doug. Doug is God.
Let's not talk about it anymore. It doesn't matter.
No. But I was just listen. He calls him constantly. Oh, you're fat. You're fat. You're this. And
I know
it's like crazy.
I don't know if I have any highs and lows, to be honest. I had like
we have a high that we can talk about.
We do? What's the high? Oh yeah, we have a high. Okay, well I have another high. The other high is that Darlene's niece and nephew graduated high school.
Oh my God, it's so cute. So cute.
It's the best.
And you put the Ola jacket on her.
But it looked like a graduation gown. Isn't that funny?
And I've gotten so many messages from Lola dropping the mic, basically.
I know.
Listen, even Faye wrote to me. It was like, she looked at him like, you really think I don't know where it is?
Yeah. So I posted a video on my Instagram of Lola, like, where you put like a ball under a cup and then you switch around the cups. And then Lola was like, knew which cup it was. By the way, that was like the third time we had done it. She knew every time, but yeah, she's a genius.
And it's so funny. She went like this. She didn't even look to confirm.
Like, yeah, she knew. She's so cute. Okay, let's get into some gossip. I want to talk first about Kardashians, and then we can talk about New Jersey Part 2 reunion. We can talk about Vanderpump, the final reunion, and we'll talk about the premiere of OC. I have so many thoughts about everything, but I want to talk about the Kardashians because we never talked about it and it premiered 3 weeks ago at this point. We're on episode 3. Are you watching it all? You are. Okay. So here's the thing. When I had first watched episode 1, I wrote down in my notes, Kardashian should be worried because I'm not waiting until 9 p.m. on Wednesday night to watch the show anymore. Like their number one fan who has
You're the number
never
one fan?
missed an episode. I am their number one fan. I've never missed an episode in my life. In my life. And I watched this episode 1 and I was like, oh wow, like I don't think I'm into this anymore. Like I really was not about it. The show open of like rollerblading, I was like, this is the cringiest thing I've ever seen in my life. Like, I don't know. The flying man at the 818 tequila opening, the guy who was like holding a bottle and like flying in the air. I was like, what are we doing? James Corden infiltrating himself into the Kardashian family and on the show. And I'm like, okay, that's the nail in the coffin. I'm done.
Yeah.
And then last night I watched episode 3 and I was like, okay, I'm back in. I don't know why. I just like flipped right back to like fangirl again. I was like, okay. Because
Old habits die hard.
I think it was like they really do. I think the reason why I like this Hulu version of the show better is because it does feel like it's less produced.
Yeah, it's less
So
produced.
it's literally just like they're breaking the fourth wall. They're like, I'm sharing my life. Blah, 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 blah,
Everybody's
blah.
breaking the fourth wall now. No,
Yeah.
that's the new thing. On every show.
Yeah.
It's like totally okay.
But I
good.
think with them, they normally are not doing that because they're very protective about their image and stuff. So they want to whatever deliver a good show. And so the fact that they're doing that, I'm into it. I think it was also like they are so made up all the time that I'm like looking at it. Sometimes I'm like, they look like clowns.
Yeah,
They look crazy.
They look crazy.
It's made me realize like, oh, it makes me not want to wear foundation or
Right.
concealer. I want to put on a little blush
and contouring. Like
it's
like you can't. They contour to go to the gym.
It's outrageous. It's outrageous.
Yeah, and it makes everybody else feel like weird, and then they're all like injected up and whatever.
But I don't even think it's like, oh, it's an unrealistic beauty standard because they look perfect. I think they look really bad. Like,
no, I do too.
No one is. The only person who looks normal is Kendall because she's not wearing any crazy amount of makeup or even like crazy outfits. She's just like throwing on a pair of jeans and a t-shirt.
Courtney looks pretty normal too.
Yes, but Courtney is so like this last episode that I watched was her doing the press for Lemmy, her gummy vitamins. Courtney, the foundation of who she is like insecure, which I hate saying that because everyone's insecure, but she's so insecure. And her whole thing is like, she's never had a business and she wants everybody to know that she's like important and has a business now and that she's confident. And like,
but I don't blame her for doing that because shit, Kim makes everything about her.
I know. And
even
also,
things having to do with Courtney, she makes about her.
And I think like the end goal for Courtney would be to like live in Europe,
separate herself from
and never be seen again. Like I think that's what she wants, but I think that she can't do it because her job is to be on camera. Whatever, it doesn't matter. The point is, during these press days, she's like walking around and she's just on her phone, and you know she's doing nothing. You know she's doing nothing, but that's what Kim does. Kim is always on her phone. She's like, I'm important. I'm important. I'm important. I'm so important that I can't even like look up from my phone. And Courtney is literally just copying that and then copying doing like a business because she needs to seem important. I don't know. It's all very like dark to me right now.
Also, the momager, I think she's had one too many facelifts already. She looks really weird this season. Because she looked great. I honestly think, in life you should have one facelift.
Yes.
Decide when that is.
And that's it.
Get a good one. Decide when that is. Do you want to do it earlier in your 50s? Do you want to wait to 60? And then you have to age gracefully because
then
it doesn't matter what you do to your face. Your hands look old. The rest of your body looks old. People know you're old. You move old. You act old. You say things. Yes, you do. Have you ever seen old people like dancing? It's like they move old. So it doesn't make sense. It's like, so I think this time she really fucked up her face.
There's something from season 2 to season 3 with everyone on that show that they look. It's turning
like cartoonish.
It's
cartoonish. Like Kim's waist. Look, guys, it's not possible she has to have removed a rib. Do you know what I mean?
No, I don't think you're wrong. I think she
I
probably
know.
did. And I think she thinks that's like normal. She's just keeping up with the Joneses, and the Joneses is herself from last year.
Right,
You know what I mean?
exactly, because the Joneses don't take out ribs.
No, they don't. The
You know?
Joneses are on Ozempic. That's it.
Right.
But it's a different level with them. They get to do anything that they want. So it's just a lot. Also, having Cuff It by Beyonce as their opening like thing, that's a flex. Let me tell you something. If you're trying to put Beyonce music on TV, do you know how much the licensing
No.
is for that?
They had to pay a ton
It's
of money.
unbelievable. They had MGK this last episode, but that's Travis Scott. They probably got a whatever. But Beyonce, wait, my favorite part in the whole world on this last episode was Kendall FaceTimes her mom. And Kendall's like, "What are you doing?" She goes, "I'm getting ready. I'm going to Beyonce's birthday party." And Kendall's response is, "Oh, fun." For any response to just be, "Oh, fun," instead of like, "Wait, what? You're going where?" Wait, that's so cool.
Wait,
like that would be anybody's response. She casually said she's going.
Who was going to the party?
Kris Jenner.
Can you imagine if I
That's
said that
you
to you?
calling me saying I'm going to Lourdes Valls' birthday party. I'd be like, cool, have fun. Like, who cares?
What's the difference between Lourdes Valls and Beyonce?
The podcast is too short for me to list how many things are different. The last thing I want to say about the Kardashians, which is my favorite thing from this last episode too, Northwest farting.
Oh, I didn't know about
as a
farting.
bit.
She's gonna have so many problems in her life.
I don't know, man.
I think so. She's the most like her father, so that's already a problem. And then she has this mother that is so about perfection.
No, you have to watch this last episode. You haven't.
I know that's what they're saying.
No,
what
no,
are you
no,
believing what they're saying?
It's not what they're saying. Did you? So North is really into prosthetic makeups, like whatever, all this crazy thing, and she just like put crazy makeup on Kim. She looked insane. It's not good. She just looks like crazy.
Maybe
and she's
she
walking
wanted her to look
around
ugly.
having probably, and I'm
That's
sure
what
there's
I'm
like
talking
some
about,
psychological stuff, but it's the fact that like Kim wasn't like, she walked around in it. She was playing along with it. And it actually made me like, I think it's the reason why I'm back on board with the Kardashians was because of that scene. And if you guys have seen it,
their
you know
publicity
what I'm talking
people
about.
told them, hey, you have to look more like motherly and less vain.
I'm telling you, I think it was just like, I think it's
You
just
thought
what
it was
she
authentic?
does. Yeah.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
pretty good at reading what's real and fake. I'm telling you, it was
Okay.
real. And also the fact that North is just like farting on camera and
You think
Kim
that's
is
cute?
laughing her ass off instead
Not
of being
funny.
like, what are you doing?
That's not funny.
If Lola farts,
I don't
that's
think
not
I wouldn't
funny?
laugh. I wouldn't think it was funny. I wouldn't think it was funny if she was doing it all the time. I want Lola. I like her being cute, but I want her to eat properly, and I don't want her to fart in front of people, and I want her to be polite and polished. Yeah,
but she's
I
a
want
kid. I think that was the
Right.
whole thing. It's like she's a kid. She's just being silly, you know?
North is not a kid though.
Yes, mommy, she is. What do you think she is?
I'm
She's
saying,
like
what is she?
8 or 9 years old. Yes,
Okay, but
that's
she's a kid, but she's not. She is aware that farting in public is nasty.
But some people disagree. Like
I
some
hope
people
it's-
think
I
it's
hope
funny.
it's not you. I hope
It's not
you're
me.
the one that
I'm just saying.
disagree.
I just thought it was funny, and I thought it was very out of character for Kim to be like okay and thinking it was really
Well,
funny.
yeah,
And I
you
was
know,
like,
I think
that's refreshing.
Yeah, it is refreshing, and she has to do that because the father freaking, he's giving her hell. She was crying at one point. I didn't see episode 3, but I saw the other 2, and she's suffering a lot because of that. And I'll tell you what
I
else.
know.
She's really missing
Pete Davidson. Well,
she fell for him.
I'm telling you, you need to watch episode 3. I think there's a lot of things that come to light.
I was gonna watch it, but yesterday it was either watch that or watch OC.
OC. We'll talk about OC. But basically, she was talking about like how hard it is to date because if you are seen in public, then everyone thinks it's a much bigger thing than it is. And she was like, I think that I thought the Pete thing was much bigger and a bigger relationship when it was like just a guy she was hooking up with because everybody made it into a story. She felt like she had to make it last longer. If not, it was going to be embarrassing. And she's like, I just
no, but
like,
I mean, she didn't make it last. No, that's not true. She fell for him hard, like everybody falls for him.
It's
I can't
also
wait. I can't wait for our first date. I just want to see what all the hoopla is about.
it was also the first guy since her husband. So I think the rebound is always going to be a hard whatever. But
Yeah.
did you hear about the Pete Davidson phone call to PETA? Did you hear the
No.
voicemail? Oh my
No.
God. He sent a voicemail to PETA because they came out saying, I can't believe that you didn't adopt a dog, like you got some dog from a breeder. And he sent a voicemail being like, you need to do your fucking research because I'm allergic to every dog except this one breed. And that's why I did that.
What do you
And
get? A
like,
doodle?
no, it was a different dog. It's like literally a specific breed apparently that he's allergic to or not allergic to. Whatever. I was just like, I'm on Team Pete for this. I think if you heard the voicemail, you'd understand. Also,
I
PETA
am such a
needs to
huge animal.
relax.
I'm a huge animal lover. Seriously, nothing makes me happier than being around animals, and I love them. But I also know that having an animal can be a very heartbreaking experience it is very heartbreaking when they die, and you try to
Yeah.
do the right thing, and you adopt it like you adopted Havana, and 4 years later, you
4
lost your
hours later.
cat. You know, the one cat that didn't have 9 lives. Like that's the cat you found at the.
It was
So
devastating.
for me, it's like if I need my dog is my emotional support. If he dies in 3 years,
You die.
I'm gonna go fucking crazy. So yeah, you know what? Whatever. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
No, I agree.
It's terrible. It's
I also
terrible. I want to adopt every dog. By the way, I see dogs and I want to adopt them, all of them.
Well, don't do that.
No,
But
I'm not going to.
don't you think that PETA's a little hardcore? Like,
Yeah,
don't
they're
I think like
hardcore.
sometimes
It's
they're
a
like
slippery slope. I think that what they're doing. I agree with their mission. I think people take it too far. I
Yeah.
think people take everything too far. Everything.
I think
It's
so
the
too.
nature of, that's what we saw at Jeff. Okay, fine. You didn't like something. Oh my God, you thought it was too raunchy, whatever. Okay, fine. Let it go. Go talk to
Let
people
it
about did you hear
go.
that girl? What an asshole she is. That's it.
Yeah.
Everything, they take it too far. Everything
like-
with politics is going too far. Everything. It's
Yeah.
just, it's the way that we're living.
It's the way that
It's
we're living.
too bad. People, the other day I hear people complaining about pronouns, but like freaking out about the pronouns, like whatever. It's like anybody that you meet that is what is it, like non-binary, whatever, they don't care if you say the pronouns wrong. They just want you to try. They just want you to try to figure, you know what I mean? It's like,
Yeah. No, it's true.
it's hard to get, they understand that it's hard to get used to it. And they say, hey, it's cool. Don't worry. I'm like, I know I'm going to fuck this up. And they're like, so understanding. It's like,
It's
not such a big deal. Everything is too much.
as
of a
long
big
as you
deal.
try. It's like going to France. As long as you try to speak French.
Right. And they'll
They
go,
appreciate
it's
it.
okay. I speak English. Shut up.
They're like, please stop. Please stop.
It's exactly like that. It's exactly like that.
Yeah. Everybody takes everything too far. That's the world we're living in. Okay, let's get into Bravo bullshit. Let's talk about Vanderpump. So final reunion, which honestly,
I'm done with it.
I'm done too. And did you see that during the Vanderpump reunion, the commercials were doing an episode of Vanderpump Secrets Revealed next week? And I was like, no, they're
me too.
really trying to like
They
keep
milk it
the
too far.
wheels turning.
Well, because again, Andy's a businessman. He knows he had trouble with New York, which was a really, popular franchise. This New York, do you have any interest in watching it?
I'm gonna watch it. I'm not like
I probably am not gonna watch
excited.
it. You'll tell me about it on the show.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna watch it. I'm not interested in it. And if they get rid of or put New Jersey on pause, that's going to be a problem too. That's a huge moneymaker for them.
Yeah,
and
so
so
they're
he's
like-
trying to
But
milk
yeah.
this stuff.
Look, that Vanderpump reunion,
It was too nasty.
it was too
like
nasty.
it was a fuck you and it's like whatever. And man, I am queen of ranch here, right? It was too much. It was too much. Oh, shut up. Oh, whatever.
No, it was
Listen,
mean. It was mean. And
mean,
all they
gratuitously mean.
and it wasn't like they were defending their behavior. They actually were apologetic. And people would say stuff and she was like, I know, I'm sorry, and you didn't deserve that. I know, I'm sorry, you didn't deserve that. And it was still like, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. And it's like, guys, this is too much. It's actually
honestly,
too much.
Here's another thing. I don't think Ariana gave that much of a shit about him.
I don't think so either.
And like, look, what he said, and also monopolizing on every little thing. Like we're gonna start selling merch here. So whoever wants the rotten corpse hoodie,
Oh
it'll
my
be available
God.
next week.
No,
Yeah.
the amount of things that
Now the
big,
t-shirt thing,
no, but I'm talking about
but that's out already.
I told John Liam, I'm like, I want to see Ariana's bank account before this, and I want to see her bank account after this. She has endorsement deals with big razors, Duracell, Uber One. She has a Lifetime movie. She's doing Dancing with the Stars.
And I know how
Can
much Dancing
somebody
with the
cheat
Stars
on
makes.
me? Like, I
Yeah.
would like all of that.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm just kidding. Like, that's obviously mean, but I
But
just
she's
mean
not that hurt.
I don't think she is either. And I don't think at the end of the day, like she was really like all in on this. Whatever. I don't want to be an apologist for like Tom Sandoval. All I'm saying is like, we're going a little, not just the people at the reunion going a little too hard on them. The world is, and it's really scary that no one, like you and me, we are quote unquote having a hot take on this because we're like, hey, I think that maybe we need to back off a little bit. I think that yes, they did a bad thing, but I don't think that it deserves
They
this
didn't
type
murder
of
anybody. They didn't whatever.
it doesn't deserve this type of like crazy scrutiny doing all this. And what scares me is who is that?
The person who's at the door.
Who is it? Oh, sorry. What scares me is the fact. Can you close the door, babe? This man doesn't not a
Don't
care.
mind us.
What scares me is the fact that there are not more people like you and I telling other people in their group of friends, hey guys, I think that maybe we need to like calm down a little bit, or maybe they don't deserve, they are still all going so hard on all of this. Like,
and I mean, why
that scares me about the world.
By the way, yes, why that there's no compassion at all? Because
that's what I'm saying.
I don't think that Sandoval was crying crocodile tears.
I don't think so either.
No,
I think he was having real emotions.
He's having real emotions. He's been beaten up. Yes, that will get to you. Those are not crocodile tears. He's having a meltdown.
I also don't think it's like everyone's like, oh, I can't believe Raquel's in like a mental institution. Like I can, because everyone's horrible, and it's probably the only place she feels
There's something
safe.
wrong with her, though. There's something wrong with her.
Listen, the most intense part of that whole reunion was Tom and Raquel in the room and then laughing and ha ha ha. And I was like, okay, guys, let's not do this on camera. I don't know about that.
I also think that Tom Schwartz has been given a raw deal. Like it's too much.
You know what I heard about Tom Schwartz? Tom Schwartz is a Libra sun, Libra moon, and Libra rising. That's 3 air signs, which makes sense. No, it's not even balance. Balance is like his signs are not balanced. He's just air. He's floating around. He's like la-di-da, can't make a decision, doesn't want to make a decision. I don't have an opinion on this. I kind of have an opinion on that, but I don't want to hurt anybody. That's
but he's
Libra.
Pretty loyal. He's pretty loyal to Sandoval, and I think that that's nice.
Sure.
I do. I think that's, friendship is really not what it used to be.
No, it's not. But would he still be friends with him if they didn't have a business together? Because I think Tom Schwartz at the end of the day would choose Tom Schwartz. And if everybody was like,
no, I think
don't
he'd still be friends
with this guy, so I'm not going to fuck with this guy.
No, I think he'd still be friends with him. I'm telling you, I'm old and I see him. He's not a bad person.
Yeah. Well, the whole thing, like leading up to this last reunion, was like, wait until the last 5 minutes, which is Raquel in interviews being like,
I didn't get that too much. What is it?
Well,
she just said the whole real timeline.
She told the truth about everything. So you know how the whole thing was like, oh, Tom has coached Raquel, whatever. And like her whole breakdown at the end was like, we actually did have sex when Ariana was at her grandmother's funeral. And I'm watching this with John Lehman. I'm just like, yeah, of course. Like she was out of town. I bet they had a heyday. To me, I was like, how is that big of a deal?
Now, but did she say she thought they would be a throuple?
Yeah. She was like, there was a moment where she was like, I love Ariana and I love Tom. Like maybe this could work because Ariana is also bi. So she was like, whatever, which I don't think that that's that crazy either. I think Raquel was just like, how do we make this work so that I don't hurt anybody?
And how do you know Ariana's bi?
She's talked about it on the show.
And so, and then I also saw a part where when Lala was on the Watch What Happens Live
Oh my
with,
God, Lala's not well. Lala
she
needs
was
to
on Watch What Happens Live
calm down.
with
Tamra.
with Tamra, and she said that she asked Tom for permission to go down on Ariana in the
Yeah.
back seat while he was driving.
That happened like a couple seasons ago.
You saw that?
No, we don't. You don't see it. They just talked about it.
You don't find that crazy?
These people are wild. They're incestuous. They like hook up. It was also when Lala was like drinking. Like they're just crazy.
I mean, I'm not like provincial or a
I know.
Victorian
No,
lady,
listen,
but
it's
Jesus
crazy.
Christ, that's shocking to me.
It's crazy. It's crazy. I just think like I don't know. It's not that I expected more from this last reunion. I think it was more like I felt like everybody was being a little too harsh. I thought the
It's just
reveal of
boring.
having sex when she was at her grandmother's funeral was
Wasn't
not that
big enough.
crazy. It's just not that crazy because you were
And
already
now they want to
having
continue to
a
milk it.
months long affair already. That's like the worst thing ever. And then
you're
you
gonna
have
take
the well, you have the opportunity of like your girlfriend goes out of town. It doesn't matter for what. You guys are already being gross and doing like fucked up shit. Of course you're gonna have sex with her at your house
Yeah.
when she's at the funeral. Who cares?
Yeah.
It's wrong, but it's not like, oh my
Yeah,
God,
that's
I
not
can't
the wrong
believe
thing
it.
passed a while ago. You know what I mean? You had already
Exactly.
right.
I thought it was going to be like, we've been having sex for 2 years, actually. Like that would have been more of like, okay, that's
Right.
crazy.
Right.
But I don't know. I'm so done with Vanderpump. I'm like, I'm good for a while
Me
for it
too.
to not come back for a while. I think that like
And
Lala
you think everybody's
capitalizing
yeah.
on all of this stuff, I think it's going to be very bad for her. I don't know. I think
She was on The View.
she is milking this and it's all going to come crumbling down and she's going to look bad. She's at the end of the day, she's going to look bad. Raquel, I swear to God, I keep having this horrible thought that I think Raquel's going to kill herself. Like, I
too.
think that
Me
she
too.
has the potential
No.
of doing that because she'll be like, she's kind of dumb and she
I've dreamt
probably
it
would
50,000
think
times.
it's really dark and sad. And I think we have to like,
And I don't think she has the support of her family either.
no, it's
No,
just really
and
wrong.
she's like, no, I've been fearing that. And after I saw her, and now that it's clear that they won't bring her back, you know what I mean? They won't bring her back. And so what does she have?
I just
A scandal and whatever. Like
At
somebody, you just want to take care of her. Like I see her and it's like, this is just a child.
Well, at the end of the day, no one, listen, regardless of whether or not you're a shitty person and you cheat on your significant other, no one should have to sit there and endure the like brutal
From
bashing
so many people. And by the
it's
way,
not normal. It's not.
and James's problem is his own problem. Like
James
he's
is
still
coked out of his mind at the
he's so
reunion. He's not well.
You know how sometimes some people I feel like are too old, like people like my own age. It's like, let's get some younger, whatever vibes in there. But if this is younger, I don't want that either.
I want them to bring Stassi back. She's pregnant with her second.
Yeah.
She has a baby. I think she's like normal now. She has like her own podcast. Like, let's bring successful people who are like semi-normal. Not that she's super normal, but she's
How
more
about Jax?
normal. No, I don't want to see him ever again. He's a piece of shit. Also, the thing that I was up in arms about at the Vanderpump reunion was when Tom was like, "Yeah, she kept her shirt on the whole time. It was really
everybody
hot."
was. That's what I'm telling you. There's already a shirt. You can already buy the shirt.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. But I was like, I turned to John Lehman. I was like, I can't believe he said that. He was like, you're more mad about that than anything else.
Every woman was. Every
like,
woman was.
Who cares?
That's become a real the whole fodder for social media. It's out of control, and they already have a shirt.
Okay,
that's why I'm telling you. Shirt. When are we going to start selling Rotten Corpse merch?
When
I'm sure the
season comes out,
will really love it.
Oh my God! But I like whatever. We're not there yet, but we should have it ready to go. Okay, let's move on. Let's talk about OC. OC premiered. Tamra Judge on that bike.
I love it.
I know you love her, and I know,
love
but
her.
I do too. I actually, since the beginning of
Heather Dubrow got an intro like that too.
I know, it's just funny. Like
when people come back, you get that intro.
But she is like I think there's a desperation in the Tamra
Yes,
Judge of it all.
yes, and she doesn't lie about it.
Yeah. It's just, I
She
think it's
doesn't
hard to
lie about it.
watch. I think it was
Yeah.
hard to watch because I was like, oh my God. Like, I don't mind people trying really hard, but it was just like the motorcycle, the having, oh, what are we having for dinner? You like sexual stuff. And I'm like, relax, we get it. You have sex with your husband. You're still young.
They
You
have a
still
really good
whatever.
relationship. They have a really good for real relationship.
It was just like, I don't know. When you try to be the funniest person in the room, it usually means that you're actually the least funniest person in the room, you know? And
Yeah.
I don't know. It's also like she's so clearly like that's a lesson in like the shock value thing of just like shut up. Like she's like,
I
I
know
have sex with my mom. Oh, my mom. I'm like, okay,
yeah,
got it, got
yeah,
it.
she tripled down,
She
you
really
know.
did. And good
She
for
did.
her. Listen, she's back on the show. I think it's all she's wanted for a really long time. And she got it. And I'm like
She is,
so
and
happy
she
for
did
her.
not lie about that.
And
I
she's
remember talking to her when she got fired or whatever, downgraded, and she's like, I don't know what to do with myself. I'm like, you want to go back to the show? She goes, yes.
yeah,
I
I
mean,
appreciate that. I
me
do.
too.
But she yeah, and she looks great. She
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 looks
still
great.
she still looks like herself from 4 years ago, so that's great.
She
I
does.
have never laughed harder in my life than watching Shannon at that yoga class. I was on the
I
floor.
mean,
I'm telling you, I
there's
had to
some
rewind
awkwardness
it.
about Shannon.
She's so funny. It's just like all these women who are like so clearly like fit and whatever, and they're like
Yeah.
warrior two pose, whatever. She can't even put her arms above her head without falling over. She loses her balance. And I'm like, that honestly is a realistic look at like someone who's in their mid to late 50s.
Right.
You're not going to be hard as a rock, abs. Not everyone is like that.
Some are.
I know, but I love Shannon. I think she's
I love
so
Shannon too.
funny. I think her taking weed gummies probably daily is the best thing she could do for herself.
Does she do it?
Yeah, that's what they were talking about. Like she got really into weed and she's kind of calmed down a little bit. And I'm like, I love that for her. I think a lot of boomers should be doing that because everyone's so high strung all the time. I think it's a generational thing.
I watched it yesterday, but I watched it ADD style.
Like
So
you're
I don't
doing other stuff. Yeah. You
yeah, I
have to
was
go back and watch the yoga scene class, mommy. It's going to make you
no, but I want
roar
to
with
ask
laughter.
anything on was John still in that?
He wasn't brought up or he wasn't in the show, but I think he was brought up in the sense of she was like, I'm the happiest I've ever been, blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? And that they're not married yet or they're not going to get married yet. And she's like, you know what? I finally got to a place where I feel at peace and I'm like, I'm good, which is a lie.
Okay, so they're in he's
They're
on
in,
the show.
they're still in a relationship at this moment,
Okay,
like during the airing, but I'm sure they'll break up in the middle of it. Honestly, maybe it's because I'm brunette and she's the only like real brunette and like whatever, but Heather Dubrow looks amazing. And I think like it's what every one of them, not actually, no, that's not true. Not every one of them. I think it's what most people would want to look like when they get something done. Heather Dubrow looks like obviously she's gotten work done, but you don't see the work. You know what I mean? She just looks like refreshed and she dresses great. She does like her snatch ponytail to bring her like face up. So it looks like she got a facelift. I think she looks great and better than anybody on that
She's
show.
ugly.
I don't think so. I think she looks amazing. I'm a big fan of Heather Dubrow, though. I like her a lot. I know that's controversial.
I don't like her.
I like her. I think she's like the most normal, to be honest. I don't know.
She's the least relatable person there.
I just because she has a lot of money.
I like Emily. I mean, I like Tamra. Like
Emily is the biggest shitster in the world, which is why she's great for the show, but I see right through it. And so is Gina. Gina only does stuff for the show. The only reason why she came with a bag of gifts for Heather's kids is because she knew that she hadn't seen her in a while. And she's like, well, we're filming again, and I'd like to be on good terms with her. I don't like people who do that. I don't like that. If you're friends with somebody, remain friends with them, even when the cameras are off. That's like I don't know. I don't like it. Not into it.
And was Mark Cuban on the episode?
It's on the super tease, like of what's to come.
Oh, okay.
Also
that's what I don't like about Heather. She loves to,
schmooze.
And it's name drop and whatever.
I know,
And
but
act like
what did you think about this new girl, Jen, the yoga girl?
God, I got so confused because I thought that Jen was the same Jen.
So did I.
Because the guy's name was Ryan too, but the other one.
Oh, oh, I think Jen is still on the show though, as like a friend of probably, but I like this girl. She's
I liked her
very
too.
grounded and down to earth. She's definitely going to be the voice of reason.
Yeah, I liked
She's
her.
like,
I
wait,
liked her.
what? What's going on? Why are you guys acting like this? We need
Yeah.
someone like that on
Yeah,
the show.
I liked her. And then we didn't see Vicky this time yet, right? We saw her just in the
No,
preview for
yeah,
next week.
she's so crazy. I'm telling you,
The only thing
these
is that
women
the
are
screaming. The screaming. I
yeah.
don't like the screaming.
It's OC is definitely a housewife franchise that they're like, this is our job. We need to make sure that this is a great season. Even when Tamara was on Watch What Happens Live after the premiere, Andy was like, this is a great season. She's like, it's so good. It's such a good season. It's like they really need it to work because they all need it,
Yeah.
It's giving Miami Housewives,
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
but again, I appreciate that stuff. I think it's fine. I think I'm also just like, have you ever seen the Kylie Jenner thing of like, I think I'm just in a point where I'm like realizing things and I've just like realized that there's a lot of things that I need to realize. I honestly feel like that.
Yeah.
I watched OC and then I watched Kardashians and then I watched New Jersey and I was like,
You realized a lot of things.
well, I just was like, am I growing out of this? Ooh, isn't that scary? But
Yeah.
I really
What
was
do you
like,
do? What are you gonna
I was
do?
just like, this is getting a little, I think it's more of things are getting a little dark. And I'm like, maybe I don't want to like consume so much of this.
It's like doom scrolling.
Yeah.
They tell you don't go on your phone and doom scroll. Like last night, I went on a thing because you told me that there weren't sharks in Turkey, and there are so many fucking sharks in Turkey.
In the Aegean Sea, because it's too salty.
Right, but there still are. There are less there, but there are. And the number one place, Florida.
Oh
Second,
yeah, I won't
California.
go. I'm done with the water. I'm good on the ocean. Pools or nothing. So yeah,
I agree.
they're coming to the shore, guys. Like, don't
Did
go
you
in the
see my
water.
thing? No, you have to look at my story.
Is it shark
Like in
related?
Anna Maria, right on the shore of Anna Maria Island, they're like everywhere there. They're like,
Ugh, I just got
it's
chills.
terrifying.
I hate it. I hate it. I hate it.
It's terrifying.
Okay, let's talk about New Jersey before we wrap up. New Jersey part 2 reunion. You know who Louis reminds me of? Dirty John. Remember Dirty John? Dirty John, the podcast of the guy who like manipulated that woman from the OC, like not OC Housewives, like a woman from Orange County.
Oh yeah,
And he was like, took
Yeah.
all her money and like killed her, tried to kill her daughter, like all this stuff. That is what Louis is reminding me of. He's really, really, really
I've been
scary.
terrified of him from the beginning.
You have, and I was like, I'm into it. No,
I just
really
looked at him and I feel sorry for her because I know that she's an idiot and she's whatever, but she's not bad. She's not
she's
bad.
so delusional and it's really, really sad.
It's sad, but in her heart, she's not a bad person. You know what I
No.
mean? She's just dumb as hell.
And she lets anybody just kind of like
Yeah.
get in her brain and is like, tick, 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 tick. I'm gonna puppeteer her.
It's
Puppeteer her?
terrifying. He lost his business.
Good.
Frankie didn't have where to go to work anymore.
Well,
Remember, he was working there, and now he can go.
Which I didn't realize that he was working there, but I'm good that he's out. That's a blessing in disguise. He needs to get out of there.
I wonder what's gonna happen. It's gonna be really crazy.
I think it's gonna be really bad. I'm hoping that none of it happens on camera, to be honest, because I think that it would just kind of ruin everyone's life.
Arrested and shit.
Yeah, well, that would be the least scary thing to happen. Like, I'm worried somebody might die, to be honest. Like, I see Louis getting a hitman on Joe Giudice or Joe Giudice, Joe Gorga. I mean,
no, man,
everyone's named Joe. Jen Fessler redoing her entire face.
Look
why?
Great.
Yeah, but why? She looked great to begin with. Why did she redo her entire face?
I don't know, but I think she looks so good.
I do love her though. And I love her. I love Andy being like, you look different. She's like, I redid my whole face.
I redid everything.
I was like, okay, I respect that.
Well, because why are you going to lie?
Well, it would be crazy to lie. She looks very different, but she does look great. Everything
looks great.
seems like to have settled.
You know what? That
quickly.
the other girl, the dark hair girl that adopted the boy, she's smart.
Yeah, she is. She
She's
knows
smart.
what she's doing.
No, but she's smart and articulate. Like I was surprised.
Yeah,
Um, Margaret's becoming mean, I think.
yeah.
I used to love Margaret.
I never liked Margaret, so and I've always thought she was mean. So I'm just like, yeah, now I can really,
And
everyone can really see
I
what's going
like
on here.
Dolores was funny. She goes, "That's bad. What you're doing is bad. You sleep with one eye open. They're gonna feed you to the fishes."
Yeah. Well, that it's crazy that Melissa read a full text message like bashing. That's crazy. That is bad. But the Melissa Teresa thing, like going back and forth. Did you see that Andy was called out for like belittling women? I was like, guys, what do you expect him to do? They're animals.
Yeah.
That
If you
particular franchise, it's like he can't do anything. Of course, imagine sitting there in between everyone and being like, stop, stop,
well,
stop.
that's
And
what he said.
and
You
they
know,
keep
when
going
you
at each
sit
other.
10 to 12 hours between these women, then talk to me.
Yeah, I think people are like judging him too
It's
harshly.
just
I'm like,
typical thing. It's a typical
everyone,
thing.
yeah, that guys,
Everyone
that's
is
the
like
theme of this episode. Everyone
has an opinion, and all your opinions are stupid.
everyone is going too
Like
hard.
think twice. You know what I mean? It's like we're all doing the best we can here, people.
I'm putting that as the episode title. Everyone's opinion is stupid, including ours, by the
Of
way.
course. And it's
Like-
like it and but it's a voluntary thing, right? People that listen to us, maybe if you find something in it that speaks to you, if you find an opinion that isn't stupid or that you know is on par with the way that you feel, then good. And
Yeah.
if not, then turn us off, you know?
You know what's really funny? I'm just
But leave a positive review first.
Yeah. You know what I'm just remembering is remember when the guy knocked on the door and I like looked at the door like who could possibly be knocking? I didn't even get up. I feel like I was like that when we were kids growing up. I would hear somebody knock at the door and I would hide like as
Yeah.
if somebody was going to kill me. Is that weird?
Well, because first of all,
you instilled
don't
fear.
show up. No, don't show up at my house without calling. I don't have an open door policy. This is not Leave It to Beaver. This is not the Lucy and Ricky. Like, let me know you're coming.
But
Don't
if
just come
somebody
and knock on
calls
my
you,
door.
hey, I'm actually 5 minutes away. Can I come stop by and I want to say hi to you? Are you good with that?
I would pretend I'm good with it, but I'd secretly be pissed.
See, I love that. I want people to call me and be like, hey, I'm outside. Like, are you home by any
Because you get
chance?
up in the morning and you get ready.
I do. I get ready
Right.
for myself. So
Right.
I always tell Jolene, I'm like, with how I get ready in the morning, if somebody's like, can you actually come to my wedding in the next hour? I'd be like, yeah, I'm on my way. It wouldn't be a big thing for me. I would just throw on a dress. Not that I'm wearing wedding makeup, whatever.
No,
but
you're not.
I'm
But
always
your
put
hair's
together.
always clean and your hair's whatever.
I'm always put
Yeah.
together.
I always have projects going on in the house.
Right.
Like in different areas. I'm always like, I'm redoing that area. I'm moving stuff around. I'm always caught up in my stuff and I just I don't want to be interrupted. Like
Yeah,
I'm never
yeah.
just laying around. That's
Yeah.
what it is. You know?
Yeah.
But if you tell me you're coming over, I'll make it real nice for you.
Make a real nice to you. I feel
I'll
like
make it
you'll throw like some food like snack board together that'll blow people's minds.
Like a charcuterie
Yeah.
and whatever and something.
Okay. Do you have say it in Spanish
We're gonna
section?
do say it in Spanish. Okay.
We can either do say it in Spanish or we can do a quiz question. We have options now.
Okay, I'm gonna do a quiz question, but I think you're gonna know it, so then we'll do say it in Spanish too.
Okay.
Because I just want I need to make an assessment with quizzes. You're smarter than you think, you know?
Smarter than I look.
Okay. Where is Potomac?
Maryland.
Oh, okay.
I was gonna say
I knew that you knew that.
Okay, I'm not gonna say what I was
I'm
gonna say.
just the
Maryland.
I have to go buy a new bra.
Bra. Necesito comprar Yo necesito comprar un bra.
Why do you change the tone of your voice?
No.
You talk
Necesito
nasal,
comprar un bra.
but that's not how you say it. You don't say bra.
Pero yo no sé bra.
Ajustador.
Okay, mommy.
Oh, sostén.
But this is what I'm saying. Like,
Okay,
it's
okay,
verbs and nouns that I'm gonna know.
okay.
Actually, it's probably good because I'm learning. What's bra? Asestador? Ajustador?
Ajustador.
Ajustador. It's like
Yes.
ajustador.
Exactly. Do you
Okay.
know what these are in Spanish?
Stickers. Stamps.
Sellos.
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 Necesito comprar.
Stop touching your boobs.
Necesito comprar un ajustador.
Ajustador
Ajustador y sellos.
y unos sellos.
Y unos sellos. Y unos sellos. Okay, see, that wasn't that bad.
Oh my
Naranja.
God. That's a limón.
Bananas. Manzana. Limón. Copa.
Copa.
¿No? Copa.
Copa is like a wine glass. Vaso.
Vaso. Teléfono. Microphone.
Micrófono.
Libro. That's all I got. The Alchemist. Ever read it?
Are you kidding me? I read it every year.
All right. That's all we got, guys.
That's all we got.
That's everything for today. I think. Let me just look at this one more time. Yeah. Natalie
Enough?
Portman is getting a divorce. Who cares?
Who?
Natalie Portman getting a divorce. Actually, I don't know if she's getting a divorce, but her
No,
husband
I'm the one
cheated
that
on
told
her.
you that he cheated on her with a 25-year-old.
Also, have you seen that Blue Ivy is doing dancing with
I
Beyonce
saw that.
on
That was really
stage?
cool.
Let me tell you something. The first video that I saw of her, I was like,
She's not that good.
she's not a Beyonce. And then the second video I saw her, I was like, oh, Beyonce had a talking with her.
Oh, okay, because I
She
only
was
saw
like-
the first one.
She really she brought it, and I was like, oh, okay.
Oh, and the first one, she was like,
yeah. She was kind of like marking it when it was like, you gotta go full out. Beyonce has never marked anything in her life. She's always gone full out. Even
oh, I
when
want to
she's
see
practicing.
the other video. Send me the other video when you can.
Yeah, she's really cute. She's good.
She's
But,
cute. She is cute.
Yeah.
She probably doesn't fart.
She's never farted a day in her life.
She probably hasn't.
day
Beyonce has
in her life.
standards.
Okay, guys, follow us on Instagram at follow us on Instagram at Mommy Issues of Pod, at Beba_Rod, at Anna Cooks QOOKS. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. We put not only these videos, these YouTube
I love your
videos,
cooking stuff.
we also
It's
do
so
amateur
good.
cooking. I'm truly so I have a lot of stuff like ready to deploy. Like I have a cooking video that I shot a month ago that's ready to go, not next week, but the week after. And then I have no more. I'm like, I got to get back to cooking, but I don't know what to do. I don't make much stuff. I'm like, should I show them how I make a turkey sandwich? I'm not kidding.
Yeah, why not?
I'm going to be like, this is how I peel my cutie. It's so
You should make the skinny
embarrassing, dude.
Latina meatloaf because that'll last for a few days and it's
Oh,
it's
that's a
the
good
best
idea.
meatloaf in the world.
Okay.
You
It's
know,
like,
and you make it
it's
in
like
a pan.
I'm gonna be making stuff that I've like made once before. I'll be like, I'm making this. You're gonna help me make it. You know?
So what?
I know. It's
So
just
what I'm gonna do one where I like since I have the other day I counted almost 400 cookbooks, and I went
oh my
like
god,
yeah because I love cookbooks and I collect them.
you
So
like collect
I'm
them.
gonna go
Yeah.
like this and go like this, and that's what I'm gonna make. And
That's a smart. You see, that's a good idea. Maybe I should do that too. I have a cookbook.
I don't think you're ready for that.
I don't think I am. I was
Oh,
telling Jolene,
no.
I'm like, should I do HelloFresh? Because I was like, are you bored of my stuff? I only make like maybe like
Well, you can
7 or 8 things.
you can become a HelloFresh partner. They're really easy with people
who are not
doing-
famous.
No, they are. They are like they would watch your thing, and they would send it to you and whatever. That
Happy
would
to
not
do
be
it.
a bad thing.
Yeah, maybe I'll do
HelloFresh
that.
is good.
Yeah, no, I've done it before. I just stopped because I was like,
Then they pile up.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
why
my
I'm like,
problem.
if I just do 2 meals and then get snacks at the grocery store, then I would do it.
Yeah.
This is boring. Okay, thanks for listening, guys.
Love you.
Love you. Bye.